Okay, dear children, today let's have a interesting lesson from our literature text Beehive. And in lesson 9, it is in page number 113, 113, The Bond of Love. Good morning, all of you. I hope all are ready for the class. In this lesson, we are supposed to come to know a very deep emotional relation between human beings and wild animals. Let's see how a sloth bear became more affectionate to a house mother. Let's see. I'm going to describe paragraph by paragraph. In the first paragraph, you can see the author, it is Kenneth Anderson. He is sharing a wonderful experience that he had in his life. You see, the author begins this lesson by introducing Bruno. This Bruno is a pet animal, and this animal is taken care of by his wife. Let's have an interesting description on this pet animal and the author's wife. And in the second paragraph, he describes the incident which led to come across this sloth bear. You see, 2 years ago, the author and his friends were passing through the sugarcane field, and they were on the purpose of that making the wild pigs run away from the field. So, author and his friends started to shoot the wild pigs, and these pigs are trying to destroy the sugarcane field. And once they made the wild pigs go away, they were walking simply through the field. At that time, from the sugar field, a bear was rushing out, and It was running all over the sugar field. And the author thought that, our writer thought that he is not ready to kill that sloth bear without any clear reason. If the bear is coming to attack us, it is a reason for killing that. So this bear is not doing that. That's why he was not ready to kill that sloth bear. But at the same time, when he was thinking about this, one of his friends shot the sloth bear and it fell down. That was mentioned in the second paragraph. Okay? And in the third paragraph, you see, when the author and his friends were watching these animals fall, these people were really surprised by seeing that there was a baby cub, a baby sloth bear, which was holding its mother's back and jumped from its mother's back and started to cry and run around its mother because its mother was shot dead by the author and his friends. And these people didn't even think that there was a baby cub on that mother bear. After it fell down, the baby cub was visible to these people. So we felt very sorry for that. And in the next page, you can turn your page. In the next page, we can see in a single shot, its mother was dead. And this baby cub was running near its mother by making sounds. That is described in the third paragraph. Okay, we can easily assume that the baby cub was really sad because of its mother was shot dead. And in the fourth paragraph, our author tried to catch this baby cub which was running around its mother and also through the sugar field. But it was very difficult to catch this baby cub because it was running by crying, which shows its pitiful state. And you see, with the help of his friends, the author finally caught this baby bear. And when the author caught this baby bear, it started to make a mild attack on the author. It started to scratch and snap the author. And finally, the author was able to take this baby cub into a gunny bag which they brought when they came to this field. And you see in the paragraph number 5, the author took that baby cub in the gunny bags and they went back to their place. It is in Bangalore. I hope you are following the class very well. For your reply. Okay, good. And all these things happened in Mysore. Okay. And now the author and his team returned to their own place, that is in Bangalore. And once they reached at their native place, the author presented this baby cub to his wife. And his wife was so delighted. She was very happy by getting this baby cub. Once she got this baby cub, she soon tied a colored ribbon around its neck. Is a boy. She it Bruno. She named the baby cub Bruno. These things are mentioned in paragraph number 5. And let's see how Bruno interacts with the whole family, which is described in paragraph number 6. This baby cub, Bruno, very soon started to drink milk from a bottle, just like a feeding bottle. It started to take milk from this feed bottle. Okay, because this is very young. That is why we call it a cub, a baby cub. A baby bear is known as cub. And within no time, it started to take everything that human beings eat. All things are described in paragraph number 6. You can see the things this cub takes in. It ate porridge made from any ingredients, and it also took in vegetables, fruit, nuts, meat. Especially it ate the pork. Bread, eggs, chocolate, sweets, pudding, ice cream. Everything which is available at home is taken in by this cub. And it also drank milk, tea, coffee, lime juice, aerated water, buttermilk, beer, alcoholic liquor, and in fact, anything liquid. Any liquid which is alcoholic or not was taken by this cub. Okay. Let's see the growth of this cub in the paragraph number 7. Okay. The bear became very attached. It became very friendly to their two Alsatian dogs, and to all the children of the tenants living in our bungalow. And you see, all the residents became attached to this cub. Now we can't call it a cub, it is a bear now because it started to grow. And he was left quite free in his younger days and spent his time in playing. And at home, this bear was very free. He can go anywhere and take anything from the home. That much freedom was given to this bear. And usually it runs to the kitchen and goes to sleep in our beds. And this bear became that much close to this family. And let's see, there was an accidental happening which occurred in the life of this bear. Let's see, what is it in paragraph number 8. One day, there was an accident. Let's see, what was it? The author had put down some poison to kill the rats and mice that had got into his library. You see, that's why he put some poison to kill these things. And it was barium carbonate. And one day, Bruno entered the author's library. And as he often did, he ate some of the poison. You see, the poison which had intended to kill rats and mice was taken in by Bruno. And suddenly what happened? There was a symptom of paralysis. Paralysis? It is a kind of disease which makes you unable to move. And that type of paralysis occurred to Bruno. And from the library, it hardly reached out by dragging itself. Soon, the author's wife called the author and said about it. And the author realized the thing, what really happened there. So he take this bear into his car and went to see a doctor. And when they reached there, paragraph number 9, when they reached there in a clinic, the author described the things happened to this bear. We can call this bear Bruno. And the doctor, in an excited manner, feverish means excited, referred some books and asked again what was the poison. And the author replied that it was barium carbonate. And the doctor searched in his book. The doctor searched in his book about this poison and also referred the symptoms. And he read the symptoms are paralysis. Also, he referred the solution. And for this intaking of poison, usually there are injections provided. And he became very ready for injecting this Bruno. Suddenly the author get back into the car and brought Bruno before the doctor for injection. And at that time we can see that Bruno was weakening very quickly. It became so tired, and it also showed vomiting tendency, and sometimes it vomited too, and heavy breathing also visible, and it's inhale and exhale. It's inhale and exhale, that is taking of breath in and out, which showed very difficult. And some of the symptoms are visible on its mouth also. It was wide opened. Okay. These are described in paragraph number 9. And in 10 you can see paragraph number 10. There was a quick action by the doctor. He injected antidote to Bruno, and in the first drop itself it became all right. Bruno became all right. You see, after 10 minutes you can see the condition was unchanged. That means in the first attempt it was not okay to the Bruno. So after 10 minutes took another injection, which is 10 cc injection, and after another 10 minutes it took noisy breathing. Bruno took noisy breathing. Still it cannot stand. Bruno is trying. 30 minutes later Bruno gets up. Okay. After 30 minutes Bruno stands up, and he had a great feed. He started to eat a lot of things, and his reaction was also mentioned as disdainfully. That means disapprovingly. He started to eat looking at us. That means the author and his wife. And soon it became all right. And from the face of Bruno, we can easily notice that he was delighted now, and shows his face like that. What is barium carbonate to a big black bear like me? It was a kind of look from Bruno. Still, Bruno is eating. Okay, that was the unexpected incident happened to Bruno. And you see in paragraph number 11, there was another time Bruno found 1 gallon of old engine oil which the author had drained from the sum of the Studebaker. You see, the author had an old American car, Studebaker, and from the engine he had kept some engine oil, and he was keeping this engine oil as a weapon against the inroads of termite. You see, termites were always entering the surroundings of his house. That is why he was took the engine oil as a weapon against these termites. And Bruno, as usual, drank a lot of engine oil, which is kept for avoiding these termites. But unfortunately, Bruno drank this engine oil. But you see, there was no side effects in Bruno's body after drinking all these things. This was another amazing thing happen at home. Okay, then months passed. Then months passed. What happened? Bruno became big and bigger. He even became equal in height with the Alsatian dogs. And it became more within days. That means Bruno started to grow bigger than the Alsatian dogs. And there were a lot of fun. Bruno became that much attached to this family, especially to the author's wife. And his wife, author's wife, also changed Bruno's name into Baba. Now Bruno is changed into Baba. What does it mean? In Hindustani, the word signifies Baba means small boy. And they considered Bruno as their own small boy. And in the fun time, with a stick, Bruno will behave like a soldier by pointing the stick as a gun. And Bruno also started to behave like a mother, taking the baby in the cradle. It started to pamper the baby, and such types of fun made by Bruno at home. In the next page, 116. And in his straw bed, in his straw bed, where he usually take his sleep, kept a stick also, which is used to play by Baba. Bruno is changed to Baba now. And very soon, we can see that because of the tenants' children, because of the residents' children, poor Bruno, that is Baba, had to kept chained most of the time. When Baba became more mischievous to the tenants' children, the residents' children, the author and his wife had to take Baba under the chain. It will not be permitted to go out, as it is doing a lot of mischievous things, naughty things. Okay? I hope you got realized paragraph number 12. Now let's see paragraph number 13. In paragraph number 13, you see the author's son and the author advised his wife, and the author's friends also advised to his wife that it is better to give Baba to the zoo of Mysore. You see, author and his son and his friends all advised author's wife to give Bruno or Baba to the zoo at Mysore. And this was because Bruno was getting too big to keep at home. It started to grow in size, so difficult to keep at home. After some weeks of such advice, there was a continuous advice on author's wife, and at last his wife consented. His wife was ready to give Baba to the zoo at Mysore. Actually, she agreed reluctantly. She was not 100% okay, but she just agreed. That's all. And the author, before before we can see there is a chance for in the attitude of his wife, before happening that change, author wrote a letter to the zoo curator zoo curator who is in charge of a zoo, and he wrote in that letter, there is a tame bear, that is pet bear. If you want this, we are ready to give it to the zoo. And the curator said, okay, they are ready to accept this bear. And we can see that in a lorry, zoo had sent a lorry with a huge cage for carrying Baba, and Baba was taken off into the zoo of Mysore. Okay, and paragraph number 14, you see, we all missed Baba very much. We felt some prick of consciousness. We felt something sad. We missed him very much. And but in other sense, we were relieved. We were, in a way, we were okay because the disturbance is ended up. Okay? And you see the condition of the author's wife? It was inconsolable. We couldn't console her. She was very disappointed when Baba was taken off into the zoo. Okay? And for the first few days, she would not eat a thing. Even the author's wife started to take fasting in the grief of the missing of her Baba. And she wrote a number of letters to the curator also. How was Baba? Asking how was Baba, author's wife wrote letters to the curator. And the curator replied to the author's wife, well, Baba is fretting. He refuses food too. You see, Baba is not taking any food in the zoo, and it becomes more fretting, for tired, more tired. This was the reply from the curator of the zoo. Okay. And in paragraph number 15, some of our friends were visiting Mysore and they were begged to make a point of going to the zoo and seeing how Baba was getting along. Some friends are instructed to know about the condition of Baba at the Mysore Zoo. Okay, this also informed. And the friends reported that Baba was well but looked very thin and sad. The friends replied that after visiting Mysore Zoo, Baba is well but it looks very thin and sad. Okay, all the keepers at the zoo said he was fretting, and the report from the zookeepers also came that Baba was becoming more tired. Okay, these are the things happened after sending Baba into the zoo at Mysore. Let's stop here, and in the next class we can continue. Okay, I think you have another class after this session, so let's wind up now. We can resume the same in the next day. Okay, all of you, take care and bye bye.